In today's video, we're going to give you a mega simple hack to help you improve long iron play. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson and welcome back to Get Good at Golf. If that's what you want to do, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button and maybe throw a like on this video if you feel like this is going to help. So I've got a 3-iron today, 17 degrees this 3-iron, so debatable if it is truly a 3-iron or not, but this can work with your 4-iron, even your 5-iron, potentially even your 6-iron if it is the longest club in your bag, because the key to good long or even mid-iron play is maintaining the loft on that club so you can get the ball up in the air. If you don't get a ball launching up in the air, you're not generally going to get the desired distance because the ball's going to peak too early and then drop out the sky. So a lot of people will tee up a long iron. You can see here we've got a ball teed up for the 3-iron. Now, what is wrong with this setup? You can see there that it's quite a high tee peg, and this is generally what we see a lot with people playing it safe with an iron off the tee. Now, the problem with this is it's really setting you up to make a grave error. So what we don't want to do here is flip the club to the ball, put loads of loft on it and hit the ball left, because if the ball's teed up too high here, generally you're going to try and approach it that way. Did it fall left? I hope no one's coming up there. That went a long way left than I tried to, but ideally we want to pressurize that ball into the ground. We want a nice divot after the ball and we want to make sure that club face is pointing at our target. So if the ball's teed up really, really high, you see it so often on par 3s as well when people have a mid or short iron and the ball doesn't go where you want to go with very little ball speed or penetration. So if I were to tee this ball up now, I want to make sure that, yes, I have the perfect lie, but you almost shouldn't be able to tell that I have teed it up. You can see now that's sat a lot better for this 3-iron. And what I'm going to do differently here is, rather than hang back and try and flip the club to the ball, because essentially what people are trying to do there is get the ball up in the air. I'm still conscious that someone might come up there because that was a terrible tee shot. Never hit a shot like that on purpose. But rather than being conscious about getting the ball up in the air, I said earlier this club has 17 degrees of loft, and I said that for a reason, because all golf clubs have loft. You will never have a golf club that has 0 loft. If you did, it would be impossible to launch it. So I can use this loft, I can make sure the ball is nice and forward in the stance, and from here my key is keeping the club nice and low to the ground, loading up to the top of the backswing, and you can see that I've got plenty of weight on my right side. So from here I can move into the downswing, into impact position, and the weight moves to the left side. So as that weight's moving to the left side, that stops my sternum backing up too much and flipping the club at the ball. So I actually get a little bit of forward shaft lean in here, and dynamically this 17 degrees should be more like 13 or 14 degrees. That means the ball's going to set off really, really nice and low, and then the spin rate will allow the ball to climb up in the air. So if I hit you a proper shot now in brackets with this 3-iron, you'll see that actually it's a lot more controlled and it's a lot more consistent. That felt really, really nice. It's a nice fade down the middle of the fairway. And if we come and look at where the ball was, you'll see that the tee peg was here, and we've just hit the ground ever so slightly. So I've not taken a huge, massive, deep divot, but I have had a descending blow into that ball, which is going to help me strike my irons a lot better. But how can you do this more often? Chris, hit them with a drill.
So guys, a nice drill for you to do on the driving range or on your practice field is to set up 3 golf balls like this, and you're going to start to see that, okay, I wouldn't set my ball up like this because I'd have to do a lot of manipulating. I'd have to hover the club to try and hit that. And for this, it's trying to control your low point, which is what we want to do when we're hitting irons, when we're hitting driver, when we're hitting wedges. We've got to control where that low point is. So nice and interesting here, we could practice this on a driving range, put your ball on the driver tee, start to hover your club and see, okay, can I hit this club? Can I hit this ball even by just making a normal swing? And you can see, right, that's teed up too high. That's the one that James hit, maybe not as left as James, but too high with a 4-iron and turning over.
Sounded awful as well.
And it was really poorly struck, so very much off the bottom. You start to see, okay, that wasn't a great strike. And that's just a classic example of the tees there. I'm trying to pick it off the tee. We're not trying to treat this as a driver where we're trying to sweep it off there. The same on this second one here. This is where I see a lot of people have it this height normally, then still try and catch the ground. And if we do that, we're obviously going to hit the top of the face. You can see there, I've had to try and lean on that one, I've tried to push that, and that's leaked a little bit out to the right, because I don't feel like I can commit to that. But you can see I've left the tees in there, but that's exactly what we're doing. We're not pressuring that golf ball there. Both of those have launched extremely high, and we're losing distance. So if you get onto a par 3 and you're like, okay, it's 160, tee it up, well, 160 is a very easy 6-iron, and it comes up way short. That's exactly what you may be doing. You may be teeing it up too high. You might be hitting it well, but it's just going too high, not getting the distance, and you think, well, that's gone the same distance as I'd hit an 8-iron. And that is all down to this tee. You'll see now if I get this on the correct tee where it's just above the ground, you wouldn't be able to tell that we've got a tee under there. I can get this launching a lot better. A nice divot there, a nice penetrating ball flight. We can see there, as James has said in many videos, look where that divot is going. That is going a little bit to the left because that is on the arc. I've hit the ball, the club is working round. It shouldn't be a perfect straight divot to where you are. But there we've been able to control our low point, understand what we are doing and get that correct tee height. You'll be able to do that on a driving range, you'll be able to get some feedback. It's going to help you get good at golf.